This must be the New Zealand
Douglas head office is situated in Auckland, New Zealand. Across the road from the head office, Hon Pharmaceutical Company, founded by Sir Graham Douglas in the year 1960.
Developed this company from very small beginnings into a business now with 80 staff, and we hope to have many more in the future.
It gives me much pleasure to be here this evening. As I mentioned earlier on, that I was particularly keen to come this evening because I think in the area of manufacturing, such manufacturing is very, very critical to Fiji. And indeed, this type of manufacturing is where we think that there's enormous potential and indeed future. So we are here this evening to essentially encourage Douglas Pharmaceuticals, encourage them to, of course, expand because it obviously has shown that it has the potential to expand, in particular given their will to do so, but also the fact that we have very good Fijian workers who are able to provide them with the capacity to expand and the capacity to get into new areas. And I'm here to essentially confirm to them that the government is fully behind such investments. Government will fully support such investments and indeed look for new ways for them to further invest in Fiji, and also try and use Douglas Pharmaceuticals as an ambassador for us to try and entice other pharmaceutical companies to come into Fiji. I think it would be amiss of me not to mention that the government, the Fiji First government or the Bainimarama government prior to that, has an enormous focus on growing the economy. And we have done so by investing enormous amounts of money in infrastructure, including roads, water, electricity, but also providing an environment where there is a lot of transparency, there's removal of corruption, there's an improvement in the processing times of applications, and we are here to also ensure that we encourage more private sector participation by way of providing a number of incentives. We of course have a huge focus in some of the ministries that perhaps aren't performing well, that should be a lot more transparent. You may have seen in today's papers, we released a report yesterday regarding the Land Transport Authority. We'll be doing that with some of the other ministries where we think, for example, procurement processes aren't necessarily transparent. Procurement can be a lot better streamlined. And with all of this, we look forward to participation from the private sector to help us to do these things a lot better. So, Vinaka Vakalevu for your confidence in Fiji. We want to work with Douglas Pharmaceuticals. We'd like to congratulate, of course, the management and the team in New Zealand for looking to Fiji as a source of their investment and also as a source of developing R&D and working with our people here. I'd like to also congratulate the staff that work with Douglas Pharmaceuticals. Thank you for your dedication. Of course, they're here because you are doing the job well and doing it properly, and they see a lot of potential. We think that with the government making education free, in a few years' time, with a lot more people with better qualifications, and you'll be able to, in fact, increase your level of qualifications to be able to contribute a lot better to the economy, and indeed have much better livelihoods for your own individual selves. So thank you very much, and I wish you all a wonderful evening. Vinaka.